and yet did no sin. Neither was any guile found in his mouth. And I thank God. He was a baby, but he didn't stay a baby. By the time he got 12 years old, I don't know where the mythological writers of Superman got their idea. But in reality, that's what happened with Jesus. The mythological Superman came from a planet, Krypton, that supposedly blew up. And yet his father made a space vessel for this little baby to come to earth. And in that space vessel, he put some light tubes. And those light tubes were the equivalent of your computer data that's on the floppy disk. And when the little boy grew up and wanted to know who he was and where he got all this super strength from, he had to go to this place on the North Pole and put those little tubes and relive his history. See who he was, where he came from, and what his purpose was. Oh, that's a myth with Superman. But when this little boy, Jesus, grew up, knowing that something about heaven kept him looking up, he went to the temple. And that was the only place where something would feed him. And after Mary and Joseph and the rest of the family in that second chapter of Luke had spent the required days at the feast, they went home. But Jesus was left behind in the temple, talking to the doctors of the law, hearing them and asking them questions. Oh my God. By the time he got 30, he knew all he wanted to know. He knew all he needed to know. And he went down to the Jordan River and said, all right, John, time has come now, baptize me. John said, no. I have need to be baptized in you. But Jesus said, suffer it, John, because it becomes us to fulfill all righteousness. And coming up straightway out of the water, the Holy Ghost descended on him in the bodily shape of a dove. And the Father confirmed his suspicions and said, oh yeah, you it. This is my beloved Son. And in you I'm well pleased. And he went into the wilderness to be tempted of a devil. 40 days, 40 nights, fasting and praying. And every time the devil came against him, he didn't do nothing but take a verse out of Deuteronomy and whip the devil with it. Oh, bless the name of the Lord. But when he returned from the wilderness, the Bible said he returned in the power of the spirits. And demons were in trouble. Sick folk couldn't be in his presence. Dead folk couldn't stay dead. If he got around dead folk, they came to life. If he got around sick folk, they were healed. They'll go to the cradle, but they'll go no further than the cradle. I was scanning the television last night, early this morning. They got It's a Wonderful Life. They got the story of the bishop's wife. They got all these other stories, but not one about the life of Christ on what is supposed to be his birthday. The world don't know him. The world think he just came to spread good cheer. So people would spend money and exchange gifts. But I want you to know he came that you don't have to be a sinner no longer.
I don't care what